Hey everybody, this is Tap for Boba here. I'm about to send in a PSA submission, and I think it's kind of cool to kind of show you guys my thought process about what cards to send, my checking process, like why would I send these cards in, et cetera, et cetera. Kind of walk you guys through the whole process. Also, this is gonna kind of be like condition reminder for me because I'm not gonna remember these cards. I'm not gonna remember all their conditions when I get them back, so I kind of don't want any surprises. So just in case, the very rare scenario where PSA actually messes up the cards and it's on their hands, at least I have something here to record that's saying like, hey, you know what? These cards did not have this ding or this scratch when I sent it out. So we got 10 cards to go through here today, and we'll start with the first one. It's the famous Burger Chew. Oh, and if you guys noticed, I put the camera down real close and personal just so we could get real close up of this. Okay. Uh, this Burger Chew, I am honestly surprised on how bad the quality control is for a Japanese card. A lot of times it would just be, you grab one and ta-da, call it a day. You just get it sent off to get graded as a 10. This one is shockingly the best out of the 10 that I have. I ordered 5 raw cards open and 5 packs. The 5 raw cards all had a little nick or a little scratch or just a little something that prevented, in my opinion, from getting a 10. And since this is getting sent out, this is a really popular card. I do want to get it. I do want to get my fair shot at it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think this will hit a 10, so I might just not send this card. First thing I look at, centering. Everything looks great. There are centering tools out there, but for PSA, anything that's their standards are 55-45, so anything within that range should still land you a 10. And then that to me is just, if it looks off-centered, then it's off-centered. It's very obvious anything past the 55-45, so I don't necessarily use a tool to measure it. If I was going for a BGS 10, that's another story. However, now that I'm looking at it, this was the cleanest, but maybe it was just giving myself some false hope. But now that I look at it, there are, let me see if I can pick it up on camera. There are some, actually I'm going to turn on another grading light so you get more light up in here. So over there on that top left corner, there's a couple of mild scratches that could be overlooked, but back, and let me see, I saw it. There's a couple of scratches on the top right. Let me see if I can pick that up. It's very faint. Yeah, I'm trying to pick it up. It doesn't look like it's picking up on the camera, but I can see it right there. Yeah, I'm actually, now that I look at it like this, I might reconsider grading this card. In the bottom, as you can see, is actually, let me try to get it. It's a little bit it looks a little jagged, so I don't know if they take points off of that. I know BJS might, so this one I'm reconsidering, but I don't know if you guys saw the news recently, but this Burger Chew has the most PSA 10 in the world at like 50,000, and this card is only 2 months old. That's crazy. So I think it's worth it just buy PSA 10. This card's going to be great. Even if there's 50,000 PSA 10s in the world, let's ask ourselves, how many Pikachu fans are there in the world? How many people who are collectors, or even scalpers, whatever you want to call them, how many people in the world want this card in a 10? It's definitely more than 50,000. So this card definitely still has a lot of value, no matter how you slice it. All right, I will think about it. Maybe I'll take my shot. We'll find out. Okay, next card. Paradise Resort Staff. Now, I think I looked it over. This card was relatively clean. I only have 1 copy, so I might just, this is one of those scenarios where I'm just going to send it no matter what. Centering looks great. Everything about it looks great. Let me check the back. I think there was something in the back. I do see one tiny, 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 tiny corner right there. But for them, in a little tiny corner on the left corner, bottom left corner. But for the most part, there's no scratches, no nothing else. There's not really a hollow, so I'm hoping that PSA will let it slide a little bit since they are super, super small little nicks. So there are some cards that I'm just gonna grade no matter what because either it's pretty hard to get or it's just like I think a Charizard in a 9 is still worth grading. And so this one is just gonna be graded because it's my only one and I like it. I've had the other Paradise Resort graded too, so might as well keep it a 10. And keeping with that idea, I got all of the alt art evolutions from the promos going as a set in promo order too, apparently. 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I picked these up in the collection, and then once again, I didn't really check it, but we're gonna go over it because I do want to at least double check the condition before I send it off. Once again, even these in the 9, which they all should be, is worth it in my opinion. So let's go over these real quick. Centering is garbage. This is probably gonna be an easy 9. Let me turn this off. You don't need that much light in here. Too shiny. Yeah, this will be easy 9 because of the centering, but once again, I'm going to send it in anyway. Yeah, centering from the front, it is bottom heavy and left heavy, and centering from the back, right heavy, bottom heavy. I don't see any. Oh, and there is a little side ding. I need to remember to flatten this out a little bit before I send it, so it doesn't get an 8. But yeah, for sure, this is not a 10. Next, Flareon VMAX. Let's take a look at this. This one also is a little bit left heavy. I don't see any issues with the hollow pattern. The back is much nicer. Actually, this one has I think this one has a shot. It really depends on if the someone pissed in the Cheerios of the grader that day. There's a little smudge that I'm gonna try to get out right now, which I did. So boom. Maybe that would have turned it from maybe I just turned it from 9 to a 10. Cool. Flareon VMAX. Vaporeon, I know it's a crowd favorite. Oh, and I will say, I almost forgot. Since these promos came out of a box, and then there are little ridges that hold the cards in place sometimes, if the box is slammed too hard, that's what creates these little indentations on the sides. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, moving on to the Flareon. Let's see. Centering is a little bit better. It's a touch right heavy, but I think it's within the 55-45. The back, once again, it's centering issues. They're just all over the place. It's a little bottom heavy. But in terms of card quality, I don't see anything else that immediately stands out. So, once again, if the grader feels gracious, I think this will hit a 10. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Vaporeon VMAX. This one is right heavy in the front. See that, but the hollow is beautiful. And then in the back, you got a big, not big, but it's a corner nick right here. You can see it. So I think that will prevent it from being a 10 from there. It might reach an 8. Just because the centering is so bad. Because centering in the corner, maybe you'll knock it down to an 8. So this one, I probably still send it just to kind of risk it. Just once again, see the grade has a good day. So once again, it is left heavy, top heavy for this card. But the front looks great. I think if any of these cards hit an 8, I may or may not crack it. Just crack it open and put it as a binder card. At some points, raw cards are worth more than PSA 8s. So maybe wasting my money here, but I do want to give these cards a fair shot. Alright, the last evolution, Jolteon. This one, the centering is shockingly good. It's a touch bottom heavy, but definitely within bounds. The only slight problem I do see, if this camera could focus, is there's a little bit of edge wear on the top. It happens a lot of time with these V cards. Sometimes you can see the hollow pattern right there. It cuts off a little bit, so it might be a slight edge problem. And then there's also a slight edge problem on the bottom where my index finger is on the black part. Just a touch. The smallest of smallest problems. And then let's see. The right side is a touch heavy, but I think it was in the bounds. I think the other problem though is there's a catch it. There's a one line, man, grammar sucks. There's a couple of small lines running down right here on the left side. And let me see, I thought I saw something right there. Yeah, just a faint line. You can really see it in the blue on the top right here. See if you can pick it up. Yeah, there's like two lines like right there, right where the light is kind of showing. So, and then that runs about from the top around right here. So it's a nice little slash. So this one will probably hit a 9, which is fine. And the last evolution, Jolteon VMAX. Let's take a look at this one. Centering looks real good for the first time ever. Good, nice centering. And it only took 6 evolutions to get there. Back looks good. There is a top corner push. Let me see if we pick it up. Yeah, you see that? You see that light reflection? There is a top little corner push, which I am fairly sure I could push down before I send it, so I gotta remember to do that. The left side's a little bit, but not that bad, but the right one's obvious. But other than that, this card is relatively clean, so if I push my cards right, figuratively and metaphorically, I should be able to get this down. This has a good shot of being a 10. Alright, so those are all the evolutions. I got 3 more cards. I don't want to take them out. I've already done a pre-check on them, so I just kind of want to touch it as little as possible. This is the Petron. This is the what is that set? The set that no one likes. Shroud of Fable. This is a Shroud of Fable promo. This is the pokemoncenter one, and I remember I got this. Someone was selling it for, it was a ribbon ship, and someone was selling it for literally how much they paid, like $65 or something like that. So I got it. This card came out of it, obviously, and then Houndoom illustration came out of that too. So that was and then that already came back as a 10. So that was kind of a cool little surprise. But you know, as you can see, centering is not bad. It's a little bit right heavy, but still within bounds. I don't see any corner issues. I don't see any immediate glaring issues on this card. So I hope this card gets that 10 we all want. Alright, and since I'm not really putting these cards aside, you can really see I've been really getting into One Piece recently. I was really lucky to get this One Piece promo card. This came from a magazine. I don't know what it's called. But this is definitely a cool promo of Luffy, and it's all hand drawn. Looks like Oda hand drew it and just printed it out. It's really cool. Now, One Piece cards are generally really good condition, pack fresh. Centering's great. They're cute. Since it's printed by a different company, Bandai, it's not a bad quality control whatsoever. So a lot of times you get a good pull out of a One Piece pack. You can just leave it and put it in the card saver. You don't really have to worry too much about it. So beautiful card. I know that they're doing a reprint on this card. It's gonna hit November, early November. So if you missed out, go ahead and grab one then. I think it's a good opportunity to grab more cards. It also says not for sale over here. So maybe you could convince someone to give it to you for free. Yeah, right. And the last card that I'm sending out is the manga rare of Jewelry Bonnie. So, a little bit of backstory on this one. This came from OP12 Wings of the Captain. The one time I did not record a box opening, I pulled the chase card from the set. Of course, right? But yeah, Bonnie's a great character. Her dad, Kuma, or her not biological, but her paternal, her adoptive dad. Great character, great guy. I actually have, I actually pulled the other cards. Let me see if I can see it. Here we go. I actually managed to get the 2 Kuma cards from the OP12 set too, so that's kind of cool. But this is the one I'm sending because this is the big money card right here, and I'm kind of excited. This is actually my very, very first manga rare that I pulled myself. So hoping this gets a 10. It should. Once again, One Piece quality cards. One Piece are quality cards. They are thicker. They're less prone to damage. And yeah, hopefully the One Piece cards do really good. Alright, so I have card saved everything, got everything ready to go for submission. I do submit through my local LGS. They have pretty good rates. And then considering everything, even if I just went through PSA myself, I would have to pay for a membership. And after shipping and insurance, the price is about the same. But I have to pay for the membership fees. So I figured there's really no point. I just go through them, and I could. And I just feel like the pressure I have to use. I have to grade multiple cards within that 12-month period by buying membership. Just kind of make that membership worth it. But with grading through local LGS, I could just throw cards in there anytime. They take care of the rest. They take care of the paperwork. And I just sit there and wait, and the price is about the same, so why not? I got a lot of PSA videos coming up soon for you guys. I got a PSA graded submission that my buddy got that he felt that the grades were unjust. So we're going to take a look at it and see if it's worth cracking and resubmitting. Maybe it's just a little smudge that we could, wipe out or whatever. I also do want to do another PSA prep video where there'll be friends who they want to grade these cards and kind of want me to pre-screen them. Kind of want to show you guys the pre-screen process. Kind of want to show you guys my pre-screen process too with some of my cards and what I decided to send and not send. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you guys have any PSA questions, put them in the comments down below. I might make a video out of that too, or tuck it into another video that I'm gonna make. Yeah, just let me know. I've been grading for about 8 years now, and I feel like I have an eye for it, but I also feel like you learn something new every single day, and things change. Just gotta roll with the punches. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Hope you guys enjoy some of these cards that are being submitted today. And this is Tap for Boa, and I am all tapped out.